All right, we have the first image of Ranya Rao in custody, and that's coming in from Karnataka, the actress who has been arrested over gold smuggling charges. The daughter of a DGP-ranked officer in Karnataka, known to have misused her stepfather's, the fact that he was at in an authority position, a designation so high that she would ask for a special escort, a private escort for her so that she can evade security. This is the first image that appears to have come from a police station. We'll try and get more clarity on what exactly happened. And not looking too well, clearly. She's currently in custody. The DRI arrested her from the Bengaluru International Airport as well. She intended to evade security. And we are also informed that there was a constable around her. The constable would consistently urge and request for not stringent, strict security checks. How involved was this constable? Ranya Rao looking very different from, of course, her acting days, currently in custody. And remember, an embarrassment not just for her but also for her DGP-ranked father, who though has distanced himself completely from the situation but also will be in the dock. Did he know that there was this VVIP entitlement that she was asking for, misusing the fact that her father, who's an IPS officer, who's supposed to be working for the public, but for some reason there was a special escort security for her, that she was asking for security checks to be evaded because she's after all an IPS officer's daughter, that she's a known actress. A modified jacket was used consistently during her trips to smuggle in gold. There was gold tied to her waist. So these are the first visuals. Let's just compare. A known actress, we are told, Ranya Rao in Karnataka. And the Kannada actor, however, right now in arrest, looking very different. And we'll try and get a perspective from possibly her legal representative soon as well about what does Ranya Rao have to say. Because remember, this is at a time when the authorities caught realizing what exactly was happening with these trips to Dubai back and forth and on a consistent basis. Sagai Raj is joining me for the latest on that. Sagai, go ahead. So the first image has come in. Any details from where the image is coming in from?
We got access to the images when she was being taken into custody by DRI. Now she is in custody of DRI and they are investigating further. And this is a picture which was being clicked when she was inside DRI office when she was taken into custody for further interrogation. And what we also get to learn is the police are grilling her further, how she went and who are the people who have helped her to go to Dubai and who are the people who are funding her every time when she was traveling and who are the people behind this entire smuggling idea of getting the gold from there, because she was just a transporter. She was getting the gold from Dubai to Bengaluru. Who are the people who are buying? Who are the people who are giving funds to her is a big question. So this will be a part of investigation. They will also question her further that how she broke the protocol and try to get away whenever the customs try to reach out to her, because whenever you are trying to land in any of the airports in India from your international trip, definitely you have to go through customs checking, but she got away because she was a DGP daughter. So these are the things which has been interrogated further under when she is under custody of DRI.
What are we expecting now in this matter? Because, you know, when you compare the two images, you also realize that when the law catches up with you, what it looks like. She's already applied with a bail application, I realize, in the court, in the Economic Offences Code. What's happening there? Is she expecting relief anytime soon? Is the father going to be questioned as well?
Now, what we get to learn through our sources is that she applied for the bail, and in the argument in the Economic Offence Court here in Bengaluru, the DRI lawyer was representing the prosecution counsel, has argued, stating that Ranya Rao had travelled 27 times in this year alone. I mean to say, from January to this is the beginning of the March. So first week of the March, she had travelled close to 27 times to Dubai. So they want to understand what is is the motive behind this and how many kgs of gold she has transported from Dubai, or it was just a personal trip. So this is probably will be revealed only if she is under custody of DRI. On the other side, the lawyers of Ranya Rao has argued, stating that they have already seized her laptop. She was being sent to a judicial custody because they don't require her interrogation further. But only when they had applied for a bail plea, that's when they intervened and demanding that she should be under DRI custody. But the DRI custody says that this is larger than what they had expected from this particular case, because there is a huge nexus behind this particular smuggling racket of Ranya Rao. So they want to understand who are the people behind this, if there is any kind of politicians, if there are any kind of police officers behind this. Remember, she is a daughter of DGP Rao here in Bengaluru, and that's how she got away. So they had to find out the nexus and try to connect the dot and understand who are the people behind this particular
Stay on with me, Sagai. And was all this gold for personal use, commercial use? How was it being brought into the country? Because it didn't have clearly prior knowledge to the authorities. Now, the details that are coming in, the fact that her digital evidence and devices with her, possibly a laptop, has also been seized. The investigators will want to find out more about this Kannada starlet actress. But the fact that, according to reports coming in, 30 UAE visits in 2024. In the past 14 days itself, there were about 5 visits. That's what caught the attention of the authorities. That's why the DRI immediately taking her in custody the moment she landed at the Bengaluru International Airport. Remember that when your father is a DGP rank officer, he's not the Director General Police of Karnataka Police. It's one of the departments that he's leading. But it's also now important to understand that, was he aware of it? He's distanced himself. But is he going to be questioned as well? Because she consistently used the fact, or should I say misused the fact, that the father is a DGP rank officer and intended to evade security. Was there a constable with her? According to her information, a constable around her consistently asking the authorities at the airport to not do her security checks. Was he aware that there was gold of that number tied to her body that she was planning to smuggle into India? For now, as I bring you in here, Sagai, what are you picking up on how the lead reached to the authorities? Why did they get so suspicious about someone who was possibly known, well-connected, and was to and fro traveling to Dubai?
Now, they got a tip-off from Dubai that she is smuggling the gold. That's when they retrieved her data. That's when they realized that she had traveled so many times. And they also tried to get the CCTV footage. When they saw the CCTV footage, that's when they realized that whenever she landed in Bengaluru, she was wearing the same jacket, the same attire when she reached Bengaluru. So as we were directing the viewers earlier, saying that she was using a customized jacket, she was using a customized wrist belt, and more or less it was the same dress code whenever she landed in Bengaluru. So they were quite suspicious, and they checked the travel history and they tried to figure out if there is any kind of business for her in Dubai. But there was no business, there are no family members, there are no relatives, but still she traveled a number of times, and every time when she reaches the customs office here in Bengaluru, there was a protocol officer. And the protocol officer, what he does, whenever you have a VIP or politician, minister,
yes,
or any senior IPS officers or their children, if they reach airport, they escort them for a security reasons. What is the security reasons? There might be a threat because they are well-to-do, or they belong to an influence family, or they belong to some senior officers. To ensure that their safety has been taken care, there is a protocol officer that a constable or some police personnel accompany them, go to the customers and escort them till their car. So that's how she used to get away when she used to reach the customs office. She get away easily, and no checking was done, no frisking was done, and she used to happily take the gold, whatever she was smuggling. Now when the DRI got the information, they checked everything, and even at that point of time, the constable stopped her and questioned that you should not try to do frisking with her. She's a daughter of DGP. But despite that, they done it, and they found out. That's when they realized that she was carrying gold in her jacket, wrist belt. She tied gold bars on her thighs, and she also kept few gold bars in her innerwear. So the police have found out all these things, and they checked her travel history. They asked her whether you have any kind of business, do you have any kind of family members. That's when they got to know all this history, that she doesn't have any kind of business or a family member, but still she traveled frequently. And after that, they raided
This
her
is
house.
incredible. This is incredible. I'm only counting the number of Director General Police rank officers we have, and if their family members are allowed to evade such security checks only because the father is a DGP rank officer. Because this then, Sagai, brings in the role of the family as well. The fact that there was a constable with her, whether or not he knew that there was this whole gold smuggling charge against her. It's a charge, I reiterate, against her, but also because gold has been seized, which was beyond the measure that's usually approved. Tell us about the number of visits. It's catching everyone's attention. These are constant visits. And tell us about this actress also. How well known is she? In the movies, in television, tell us more about her, because if she was going back and forth to Dubai, was it personal? Was it professional commitment? Any details that you're picking up? At least what she would want to say to the officials of her visits, and so many of these visits consistently in the past 2 years.
Now, the recent update, that is the argument which happened inside the court a few hours before, where the lawyer had argued in the court stating that we need her under custody because she traveled 27 times to Dubai in this year. I mean to say, this is the first week of March, 2 months and probably 6 days or 7 days. And imagine she had traveled 27 times to Dubai. So the lawyer went on to say that probably this Nexus is huge and she might have traveled frequently to get gold. So even if she would have bought, like last time when she was caught, she got around 12.8 kgs of gold. Imagine 27 times into 12.8 or 12 maximum 10 kgs. So 27 times around 270 kgs of gold that she might have bought from Dubai to Bengaluru. It's all a smuggling
Sagai,
gold. So,
do you have details about
DRA requires
the kind of gold that she was bringing in? I'm just curious. Were these watches? Were these gold bricks, coins? Any details do you have of that seizure?
No, it was a gold brick. The gold brick. PIB has already shared the press release where they have shared the picture of the gold brick that she carried along with her when she landed in Bengaluru. Apart from that, they also found few gold biscuits in her house as well, and hard cash of 2 crore rupees. Everything has been seized. So she was just a transporter. Remember that if she gets 1 kg of gold from Dubai to Bengaluru, she was paid up to 1 lakh rupees. And for 12 kgs, she was paid around 12 lakh rupees money for transporting the gold from Dubai to Bengaluru. So the DRI requires more time to understand what exactly happened, because it's just 2 days that she has been arrested. She is still under custody. She need to grill her further. They need to understand who are the people behind this, what is the nexus, because she cannot do all alone all this exercise of getting the gold from there to here.
Also tell us about, is there this charge or probe you believe that the investigators will do on the larger smuggling network? Who would be in the dock over this? Who do you think the cops will want to question and investigate? Why they believe that this is not just personal purchase, that there could be a larger network here?
Now, probably this investigation will reveal who are the people who are very close to her. They will probably check the call history of Ranya. They will also try to check where she had visited frequently in Bengaluru and other places. And they will also try to investigate their family members. Remember that she got married only in the month of November to an architect here in Bengaluru, and that was in a 5-star hotel. And she is also from IPS family member. A lot of politician and senior officer attended her marriage in Taj West End Hotel here in Bengaluru, and thereafter she moved to a new house in Lavely Road, and it was owned by a former Chief Minister of Assam, sitting Chief Minister of Assam children, and she purchased the house from them, and she was living there in one of the posh area in Bengaluru. And she traveled frequently to Dubai. So the police and DRA should investigate further and try to understand what exactly was her motive and who are the people behind her and how she was getting away from the protocol and who are the people she was trying to connect with. The call history and the connection probably reveal more details about this entire smuggling racket.
This is extremely concerning. And remember, there could be political figures, entrepreneurs, businessmen, figures in the police department who would also be in the radar right now. So many visits consistently, 24 to 25, caught the attention of the authorities. Eventually, she was nabbed. But who was trying to protect her? And was there a larger smuggling network that we are possibly looking at? Charges for now. She sought a bail application and has approached the court. We'll be tracking more on that in the big story coming in.